Chat, we got a new season starting for you today, a new Farlight update to play on, a lot of new faces in chat as well. I see you there, that gay guy Slim. Welcome in. Chometsu Corrupted in chat. Hello, hello. Lisco in chat. You better watch out, guys. Lisco's in chat, and he's not only going to be in chat, he's going to be in these lobbies tonight. I'm sure most of you already know what's about to happen, but in case you didn't, I'll run you through what we're about to do tonight. ListerBungi! Are you ready for? We have 3 games lined up for you tonight. They will all be played on the new map Nextera. That's match 1 will be in first person's perspective. Map 2 will be on third person perspective. And if you're on the red app, you're going to be able to vote for which map we put up, for which mode, not map anymore, which mode we put up. Is it going to be third person perspective or first person perspective? Get your votes in now. I can tell you that on 86% at the moment on the red side, it's first person perspective, which no surprises there. That first match is going to be on Nextera, and it is going to be first person perspective. It is a new season, as you can see on the thumbnail. This is week 1 of a new season. We had the beta season just to close out the end of the last update, but we are today starting season 1. There's going to be a surprise appearance from a little bear later on as well. But all these matches, we've got 4 weeks coming up for you guys of matches, and we got a full stacked lobby. It's already been registered, so we're just waiting on that one filling up. Welcome in, Shaheem. Hello. Now tell me, were you in one of the signed up teams that registered at Legend Scrims today? Because I know a lot of you do have different YouTube names from your in-game name, so let me know, guys. Welcome in, Shaheem. That's the Discord server that you want to be in. I just popped it down in chat for you if you want to get yourself registered for the furthers other ones. Yo, Brad Lexion. He playing it tonight. So we're just going to get that first room started up again. Unfortunately, it did start in the NA, so we'll be starting another room up. While we're doing that, as I said, we had a little bit of a chance to tweak things. So let me grab up for you guys the scoring for what we're going to use for over the 4 weeks. As you guys can see on the screen right now, we're using the old Farlight84 tournament system, which may be coming back, guys, or may not. Lisco is registered, and the bot blasters are going to be in the room tonight, along with another couple of creators you might have seen. I think Brad Lexion's going to be in there tonight, repping Dagger. You're going to see Poofed in there. You're going to see Panjay in there. It's Pew in there. Satona. Eye Shades is going to be in there. There he is. He just popped into chat just as I said it. Welcome in. Just going through the scoring system while we get that first room up. So it's the old, for the teams, it's the old Farlight84 tournament system. So 30 points and then going down for every placement. You get less and less. So position obviously to pay for, with the bottom 3 positions not getting any points. As we move over to the team points, we're going to have 1 kill point, and then there is an individual rank. We've changed it up a little bit just to take the averaging out on the assists a bit. So it's going to be kill plus the assist times by 0.25 plus the damage divided by 1,000, so that you get your points up. And I don't think we're averaging it out this time around, but there will be then rankings for teams and individual players based on their performance in the games there. So does that make sense to everybody? So no, last time a few people getting a little upset about their position. Yep, makes sense. It's a pretty good system. As I said, it's going to be 4 weeks of games. And we'll see at the tournament as we're oversubscribed, guys. So as I said, get yourselves into, I'll put that in chat again, the Legend Scrims server. Because it's not just these events. We are upping our output on terms of scrims. There'll be multiple scrims throughout the week. So there'll be open scrims for people to jump in. So if you're not in this one, you can get yourself into chat right now. Get into that one. And you can join scrims as and when. There'll be mobile and there'll be PC. So for both, it doesn't matter what platform you're playing on, you can get yourself in there as well. And get on that one. Just see where we're at with the rooms. I've just got word that Luxury are going to be in here. They're currently try-harding in the public ranked, so they will be here. Now, Nori took the season last year. They snuck themselves in to 3rd place, only playing, I think, 2 of the scrim dates, as once they played in their registered with their registered lineup. They didn't have their full lineup, so they didn't get scored. Came in on the last week, managed to sneak themselves into 3rd position. Wire on the top of that one. And what we did last season was the top 3 then got put through to a tournament bracket, so it was 3v3s. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do that anywhere in this. It's only BR this time round for this patch that you can have custom rooms in. And then they went head to head with Wire. Unfortunately, Attack couldn't make it, so that one was an ultimate disqualification on that. And then Wire and Nori went head to head, and they took that one. Kayam's back as well. It's got to be on the EU Shayam. This is the EU lobbies. That's the EU server. So Nori are obviously in here. We've still got Rated as well, who just got pipped by 2 points. They had 3rd place, and Nori just snuck in at the last minute, took that off them. Easy win going to be in here. We got Wire signed up, Attack, Dagger, Luxury, Silver Esports have got 2 lineups in here, 1 PC and 1 mobile. E2 Sports, Crack Cats, iOS. Lausanne Esports are in here, No Mercy. Formerly the Bure boys. Bure from Sweden. Now Kurahi are in here. The Bot Blasters, that's going to be Lisco's team. Bloodlust have made a return. They should be in here tonight as well. I've got Glaive in here. Dead Omens. Ajiz. And then we're going to have a full lobby. Dead Omens going to be Eyeshade's team, so look out for them. Welcome in, Stubby. You took a little break, didn't you? You haven't been around for a while. Good to see you in anyway. Let's just take a look over. Eno's back. Desi, Mirax, and No Way. It's looking like it's going to be pretty intense tonight, guys. Stacker incoming indeed. The lobbies are going to fill up a lot quicker as well because everyone's pre-registered. So just jigging everybody around on the back end there. I said a lot more people coming back. How's everyone enjoying the game? Now, because of an injury, I haven't been able to play the game too much. I've had a couple in because I'm mobile. Well, even playing PC, have an injury, it means my hand. So Josh might be holding my hand a little bit there. Who was that who just subbed? Someone just followed or subscribed to the channel. Ozui, welcome in. And that guy Slims, thanks for the follow there earlier on as well. Had a lot of people coming in though, isn't it? Farlight84 is a clone. Did your heart go a little bit then? Do you feel emotionally attached to the game? That's what a lot of people have been saying. Now, there was a TikToker, Stroop or something that he's called, was saying about it being a clone or heavily inspired and what that meant. I think if your heart just went then when I said Farlight84 is a clone, that means that you've probably your identity is wrapped up with Farlight84 and being a Farlight84 player, and I think that is why people get emotional about games, because it's part of their identity and you're attacking it. See if I said and say goodbye to Apex because Farlight84 is about to be takeover. You might be a Blood Striker. I've said say goodbye to Apex because this game's the best game's about to take over, and you're an Apex player. You probably felt a little bit of a twinge on it then. Well, it is finally time. Room 1 is full. I think we've got an absolute stacker on the way. That means it's time to bring in the one, the only, the creator of everything that we've got here tonight, Mr. Joshua. How are we doing?
Man. Doing good, feeling great. Honestly, I saw the lobby fill up. I saw everything going so cleanly as like everyone was just coordinating, making sure they were getting to their own teams, not really having much to worry about in that regard for our side. But it was just it's looking like it's going to be a stacker. I don't really even know what to expect for this one here.
I'm excited to see what sort of compositions we've got in here. It being not in public, it not being ranked, it being the level of players we've got in here tonight. I mean, what have you expecting to see in that regard?
So we've been running scrims up to this point, just like regular open scrims and stuff like that. So not nearly to the obviously stacked level these lobbies are going to be, because I mean, just about every single team here has come together with quite a bit of intention, it seems like. So obviously there's been a lot of just really good action. There's a lot of learning to do right now, and I think if you're an enjoyer of Farlight, that's just the best part of the game. So we're going to learn a lot today.
Learn a lot is what I'm hoping to do, because I don't know what the good spots are going to be. I don't know if people's going to go, we're going to have the sweats in the middle of the map, as we usually sort of do with the carnivals in the past, or the Nova Bazaars. If we're in that central city area where it's going to be people off, rotations, have anyone got rotations down? What weapons are people using? What compositions? But we have got that game up right now. We're going to get into game 1, ListerBungi, Joshua, Legend Scrims in our 4-week league. And look at that flight capsular path.
So, so a bit of note about how you're saying the distribution is going to be here. It definitely does seem like Skyline and City Center are definitely very good hotspots there. You get very good loot, but you're going to see a lot of areas like Research Facility, Eco Dome, Emergency Center, and places with additional utility coming in. Some give you scans, now some give additional free buddies. So definitely going to be hotspots. We're seeing 2 players going down on Team 12 already. Chris Adeline, one of those.
Mailer, that's squad 10, that's 70S Mailer. And Honey, what team were they on again? What's their actual team name? That's No Mercy, and they're living up to the name already in the middle of City Centre.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Adeline is definitely a player no one can scoff at. So being able to take him out is definitely, I mean, even if it's a coordinated effort, is still very promising for that team. We see Inori here. They've got Panjay zeroing, and nobody cares. No Way's going down there from Ino. Obviously, longtime veterans of the game.
Long-time extras to the game, and I don't know if that was true, but I remember in the season that we said that Nori sort of took a bit of inspiration from Inno, chasing them out of the drilling platform now, though. And of course, Josh, looking to be the champions once more.
Obviously, I mean, in general, clearly a very strong team. I mean, oh man, we're coming into, gosh, so much action. Luxury, we got Bloodlust fighting Gale, getting a shield swap here, but 2 of his teammates are already down, so now he's going to have to contend with potentially 2 other Luxury members, and it also looked like there was a raided lineup pushing from the high ground there. Oh no, it was Glaive.
Glaive not giving him, we straight over with Gonzo, is spraying through the doors with Nash, pushing back. Squad 14 at the moment, holding this door. And out comes those Guido bombs.
Seeing a bit of a disengagement, XC has decided to get on out of there. Psycho going the opposite direction, so they're going to have at least 1 player surviving, making sure they can get a res, but it does look like that Aegis here has decided that Psycho is not going to survive here. Oh, maybe though, almost turning that one around.
Did look how low Nash is, but they take the spoils of this area. They are in research facility at the moment, and we get that second zone pull where that's going to go. Look at that spread.
Man, it is definitely quite been quite action-packed so far, but you're going to see a lot of teams have already, thankfully, got blessed with getting to the zone early, and they're not going to have that knowledge. Obviously, only the team that landed in a research facility will know that, but now, we see Karahi here. That's they have got Dan. I guess taking a break from playing with Inori and now playing under Karahi for this season.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that one came about, but we'll go over again to it. It's just non-stop action tonight. It knows Mirax tried to get out, but was just his guy. Teammates rocking in, but no way getting shot down yet again. Eyeshade showing that dominance on the controller. Rolling through a no and causing Desi to get out of there.
Okay, so just a little something Desi did there. He jumped into the pit. They can shoot this cannon. They can do damage to him. They don't know. Okay, they figured it out. I wasn't sure if they were going to give it a try or not, but yeah, you can shoot it and do a little bit of damage. It's not a lot, but enough to make you question what you're doing in there.
They didn't know what was going on. They finally got him in the end, but they said tonight would be about learning, and...
Oh, this is another stacked lineup here. We've got Cat, Easy, and Poof. They're gonna be contending up here with Glaive. We saw earlier they played a bit of an aggressive down in what do we call the area now? Eco Dome. But now they've got themselves in definitely a situation they didn't plan. 1 player down, 1 player crashed, and the duck side's down as well. That's Bipolar down, and now it's just gonna be Inky.
Hey, Catop was, as soon as he'd taken down Glaive there, getting on top of that podium into a great position. We're over now again to Inori, who were on the hunt for Eyeshades. They caught them in the cave, which Desi had run into, and they've ran now into the path of Inori.
They're a little bit lucky. It doesn't seem that there is any information on where the other players there went for a scan. It did not connect, so gonna just try to play it safe for now and hopefully try to get their teammate, I believe it's Shades who got taken down there, gonna get him back alive, get him back into this match. We can see Chris Adeline did survive, did manage to get his teammates to get him to get back into this match. But we're taking a look over here at the drilling platform, and there is a lot of action happening.
It just caught the tail end of Inori coming out and tracking fancies his chances, catches Panjay at the back. Throws down the Origem trap to hopefully get him. He comes around to an angle, he does knock him. Teammates gonna come and defend him? No, I think they're gonna get out of there. It's gonna drive them into the path of team number 14, who are on the top of the drilling platform and shooting down at them.
Man, every single team in this match is trying to make sure that they can contend, and there's just so little space because every single team is at that caliber of play. It really does make it tough, and I mean, we're down to 14 teams, but that's not a whole lot. It's still a whole lot when you're looking at you know, the caliber of these players.
Yeah, it certainly is. They're compressed into drilling platform, and the airdrop has just dropped down here as well. It's going to make things a little bit harder. Team 14 seem content to stay on the top of the drilling platform, at least for now. They will be in that second zone pool, but Inori need to get back Panjay. So getting the hell out of there.
Definitely a good decision. Wire Grumpy getting chased down right now. I've seen a lot more utility and a lot more patience using Watchman. His drone has a lot longer range, and in general, it just seems to be a lot more consistent. And I know they just did a recent hotfix where they made it even more consistent by fixing a couple issues that it was having. So I think you're going to see a lot more Watchmen as the seasons progress.
And rated, so easy stuff. You're going to be playing him usually, I think, on the bow. Rated, as I was saying at the beginning, last season just got pipped by Inori into that third place position, so we'll be seeing a lot of them from these coming weeks.
Bit of a shield advantage here for BBLSC.
Yeah, bot blasters first.
Ooh, and a health advantage.
This is their debut, and they're pushing up onto Inori. All three of them knocked down, nobody cares, isolated. And one player left from Inori. It's all on. Zero in.
They looked so coordinated there, and they're just sticking like glue together. And honestly, I'll be honest, I'm not sure if it was intentional, but their skins, they were all blue, looking really, just together as a team all around.
With Lisco and those thumbnails, they do follow an aesthetic, so it wouldn't surprise me if that is part of the... Everyone wear that for the thumbnail. We've got to look good. We're going to come into these lobbies confidently. We're going to be knocking people down. We're going to look good, so it wouldn't surprise me.
No, definitely agreed. We're going to see that another team has managed to get the additional ring information, so they're gonna have a little bit we're gonna get some advantage information just because of that, but it's also nice to know that there is one of the teams, I'm guessing it's either Rated or Wire, that managed to get that scan.
Okay, so where is that located? Just for anyone who wasn't aware of that, Josh, give us the rundown on that. So it's located
on the upper left corner. You can see this one here. It's called Research Facility. Ooh.
They research exactly.
Omen's getting hunted down.
Yeah, that's Omen's.
You can also
still,
see.
Is that still? Yeah, we still haven't got eye shades back in. Go on, Josh. I can hear you want to say something. Go
sorry. In the upper left corner, you can actually see there's a countdown for how long is left of the zone prediction there. So the team that has it, they get 5 minutes of zone. So a lot of information. However, I don't think you get later zones. So they may lose it a little bit short of that time, depending on how it timed out there.
So it's going to be brilliant information as to why you're going to make those in BBLs. Oh. Going to wish they didn't stay in drilling platform now when bot blasters
nice
come
view.
rolling in. Through the trees at Luxury. Bit of foliage.
Ooh, it's so condensed in this area. 4 teams fighting it out there, and a couple more just around the corner as well. Luxury, they've got themselves all back together. Aimbot, Nerton, and Caston running as a lineup today.
It's been knocked back now, so they are going to be playing the edge of the zone with... it's going to be Team 12 that was trying to... that's tracking in codes. You said Chris Aiden back in. Here goes the firefight.
Oh.
Shields are down. Chris Aiden emboldens, pushes up. He's got them on the back foot. Tracker's behind, but they manage to get Aiden down.
Oh.
Kasten down low. Tracking is going to hope to find him, but out comes the ultimate. Tracking has able to get Kasten.
Go.
Oh, he does have to get out of there. He's on the sliver. He's invisible. And he did well to knock Kasten down there.
That was an actual sliver. There's very few people who get alive out in that situation, so you got to give him credit.
With all of the luxury on his back, and now Karahi push in, no mercy, and back to Jesus. We just managed to see Bad Boy get taken down as he fought the zone.
We do see that Inori is back up there. All 3 members left alive now. They are rotating in from zone, so they're going to have a little bit less heals than some of these teams. But now it's going to be a situation of trying to figure out where you can get some positioning in this final zone, or one of these final zones here. It's going to be obviously moving towards the north that we get to know that, but all the teams in this lobby, besides the one who have that research scan, do not know that. So still a little bit more time to figure out where they want to go, where they want to rotate, and how they want to play this one out. Because for now, there's just so many questions up in the air. There's 28 people left alive. Where do you put yourself?
And you're going to be looking around every corner, every crevice down, every mountainside, just flipping around and looking. I mean, you see a sponsor box in there. Are those important in this patch to sort of... Oh, Zero-In's come straight back in this one. Obviously got his team back in there. But yeah, our sponsor box is still important.
Not as important as this action, it seems. Their phaser getting taken out, but in general, still very strong. Obviously, you get your usual utility, heals, additional things, but the best thing is that you still get your gold buddies when you lose it, as well as additionally you're gonna get other things. But the main point is that you gotta open one of those if you want to get your level 6 for your abilities. So it's one of those things that is almost worth going for, regardless of the situation, just because of that. There's a couple other ways where you can get it, but those seem to be the most reliable.
Okay, there we go. You see Krabby decides to turn the other way and get situated back with his team. I'm gonna play the edge of the zone and wait for that fight between Inori in the tunnel, and we over to Bot Blasters and Luxury. This is about to go down here. They start off the fight. 2 Guidos in ultimate form. Fire through the door. It comes blasted through. MBCT's down. And Aimbot, there's a headshot knock, and Lisco goes rolling through.
Oh man, this is gonna be a tough situation to decide if you disengage or you want to continue that fight. I really don't know who's gonna decide what. But we've got Karai, and they've landed right on top of Rated here. They've already got 2 down. I don't know what the last one is. I think that might have been all of them.
I think it was all of them.
As well. No, Easy got out of there.
He got it. Yeah, he did. Bombardment from the sky.
Quick thinking by him.
I dicked out of there before we even see him. So what's this bombardment that we're seeing now that's on top of Karahi?
So because Rated has a Watchman on their team there, he has a new ultimate, and it does... It's pretty strong. It causes a lot of disruption. It makes your screen shake. It's just one of those things where it's just, I mean, remember when you're playing in the red zone in like on Sunset? It's sort of like that, but just with a little bit more controllability. You're the one getting to decide where it is and how it lands, and it's honestly it's gonna make Watchmen a threat, especially late game, because you can just throw it down if somebody's just boxed up in the area. Make it a little bit harder for them, you know what I mean? It might not kill them, but it's gonna at least cause that pressure, which is always important. We've got 13 players left here, 5 squads left alive here, 2 of them in very close proximity.
It looks like Squad 18 are sticking to this building here, and as Karahi just sort of zoned them out a little bit there. Dan on top of them and pincer them into this building. And see, the base blasters come out to just move them around a little. It just seem to take down some of the shields, and then they airdrop right behind them. The pressure eases up as they go for that, and they use that new buddy just to get a bit of coverage, but he's put it on the wrong side. Dan getting lasered by bot blasters.
Gonna get healed here, gonna get themselves a little bit more situated now. Got just a lot of teams together at this point in the match.
It seems like they're going back for the Aegis in the building as they guard the door. They put down a squeaky just to make it harder for them to push through. Got to watch out from their flank though. Psycho and Co come flying around the corner. Out comes the stage as to break up some of that fire. But they're down low and Elivo is knocked. Left eye shield is gone. He's trying to get that heal off in the smoke. Is the last member left of Karahi. And causing havoc there. Bot blasters waiting patiently as the chaos unfolds. Waiting to get any shots off that they can. Get that third party. Karahi slinks off, gets the heal off, and now gets away from that action. Prioritizing his heal, but will anyone chase him? An onslaught from bot blasters comes up. It's all three of them stuck to each other like glue. Simet flows down with the Guido, blasting everything in sight. His teammates are down, and he holds this building. Krabby pops up. Shields are gone. It's looking like the final throws. He's able to get away though, quick on the heels. They can't quite finish him off from the rooftop. Over to left eye. He's got Dan back in the game. Fires down on Phantom. Gets revenge on Krabby. Woo. And then knocks down Exy. They're out.
Our only three-man lineup left alive here. Aegis has done a good job of preserving their lives up to this point, and now with a duo and a solo in front of them, they're going to have a 3-on-3 fight, but with a little bit of betrayal between the duo and the solo, most likely.
I can imagine as they try to come out, he pops down, Dan tries to swing on him. He's going to play the edge of the zone.
Oh no, we're going to get back
in there. And the replay.
Please.
That's knocked us out there. When I'm
It's so much better about getting us back in there. I promise you guys. We will 50%. Get back in. I'm so faithful. And
to get us right back to the
I
action.
can just jump straight to the end.
Nice.
Not right back to it. I'm going to have to still jump to it, but we get to watch the end.
We need to watch the end.
Exactly. It is one of the things that seem to be happening with this version is that towards the end there, it just does this, I'd say semi-consistently, but like I said, we're back in it. You can press P, bring up our timeline, and we'll jump to about the last minute and a bit.
Okay.
And as long as all things go well, we should end up at endgame. If we cross our fingers, that is. I don't know. Chat, cross your fingers.
Everyone in chat, cross your fingers. Rapido, cross your fingers. I know you're new here, but your fingers are just as important in this. Let's get us back to that.
Sounded like some good sounds. Some good beeps, at least.
It sounds promising.
I'm feeling decent about it. Give it like 2 more seconds. Maybe 3.
Chat, are you crossing your fingers hard enough?
For what it's worth, we got back in. That was pretty promising.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, there was a lot of action in this match. I don't blame it for having a little bit of struggles getting back to live.
Simon on the edge there. Dan coming round. Came. Don't know if they knew that he was over there. I think they were pointed down at those. I think he was behind a rock or behind some cargo crates or something.
Man, feel like.
Oh God.
Definitely getting there.
I'll put this in the report.
Like, I see there's like things happening on the map where it's like, hey, we're just figuring this out still. There were some things that we had to catch up on. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of action to catch up on. Once again, I don't blame you, game. My bad. We were probably asking a lot.
I think we just saw everyone's petal peeper that dropped one that game on the map just come up then as well.
we thankfully are back into it. And you know, once again, I mean, this is literally, you know, how it goes sometimes. Perfect timing. We're gonna actually just see pretty much right where we had left off there, with Gonzo holding that lower part there. You're gonna see him alt in a sec here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, nice. Can you shoot? I guess you can shoot out. What's it called? Cypher.
Yeah, see, we need to still with the learning, but I throw down a Zephyr, keep Zyma there, and watch the door now. Dan pops down. Zymet comes out into the middle. Dan's round the edge. Zymet on his own. Nash is low. Nash is down.
2v2. Oh, Dan's low.
And there's two members with a lot more health from. There we go.
Victory.
Nice.
Thank goodness. I'm glad we get to at least finish it out on that one there. In general, doozy of a match, to say the least.
With that many players in the lobby, that is exactly what you want to see. Yes, Eye Shades, the next match will be in third-person perspective.
Okay, so I need to. How does this? Okay, so it's not. Is it not showing place? It's just showing squad. Does it show our finishing place here?
What about if you flick through the
It
top?
crashed.
Oh no.
It glitched that. Okay, well, let's see. Is there a way for us to figure this out? I mean, a lot of it by life duration, for the most part. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go through them slowly, just because I don't want it to be hard, but not the most ideal. A little bit confusing. We're gonna figure out how to make sure this works. Narzera was in here as well, right? Like in the lobby?
Sorry, what was that? I was just typing in chat.
Narzera, he was in the actual lobby too, right? So he should have the scores as well, hopefully. And hopefully his are clear. I'm just gonna go through them anyway, just in case. I don't really want to, you know, happen to make any issues there. But
yeah, Nazira should have got it. So it's just messaging.
Let's see. I'm just gonna double check my messages. Does he say? He did not. Okay, nice. I think we're gonna get into the second lobby though. So let's get back to the desk.
So the second lobby is up. I'll just let that through for you. Eye Shades, I can see you asking. So we obviously just did the first game. That one's over. The second game now is going to be in third person perspective. So we did run a poll and you guys did want both. So that's how we're going to run it. Match 2 will be third person perspective. You can count on that every week as well going forward. So the first game will be in first person, a second game in second. And you can see in chat at the moment 75% on the vote for first person perspective as well. But game number 2 in Nextera again. And down to you for the third if that one is going to be in there. But yeah, Slim, exactly. It's a pretty intense match. I've caught a few of the scrims, but they haven't been quite as full and as stacked as that. But these are gonna, if we keep getting games like this. I see a few of you were asking. I hope you did get yourselves in, but if you didn't, you need to get yourselves over to Legend Scrims. So not only will there be this, which will be running for 4 weeks, but in Legend Scrims there are going to be the open scrims that do run throughout the week as well. So that's what you can look forward to there. I think Josh should already have started up the second room. I think it's time to bring back an old friend now. I don't have anything behind the desk for him, so he's just going to be a disembodied voice. But no, you don't get a bear on your shoulder this time. But well, we'll do it for you next time there, I think. But it is, of course, Corrupted. Welcome back.
It's gonna be a stacker, Lister and Josh. Whoa!
I mean, you've been seeing some of these scrims as well, so I don't know what sort of strats have you been seeing? What sort of anything that's caught your eye? Anything the
biggest thing I've been seeing is the last person left ratting out and running for a double res. And with the gameplay the way it is right now, you have a lot of options to get your team back up if you can get away from that, like disengage from that fight and get away. You have a Buzzy, a Super Buzzy, you know, the green beacon and a box, which really makes it interesting because teams can get back up and next thing you know, they're back on top of you again really, really, really fast.
So
and
more
that's
tricks.
been the biggest thing that I've noticed is that teams are one player surviving and disengaging and rezzing is big in this meta right now in a lot of the scrims.
Yeah, I managed to catch Nori when they were playing with Sambros, who's also been running scrims as well, whether you see them in the Legend scrims, but I think it was Zero in that was left on Sunder Realms, and we managed to slink off, and they almost came back into it. Took second place, but that exact same strat was in on it. Honey, kick 6.1. 6.1, you've said it again. I'm not quite sure what you mean there, mate, but welcome in, Dryad Girl. How are we doing today? You've just come in when we're about to play third-person perspective, and I know you've been playing first, as has iShades. Apparently, he hasn't even played one game of third-person perspective this season, so that one's going to be interesting for Dead Omens.
It's actually pretty crazy to see how many of these teams, that like returning teams that I casted in the past before my little breakaway, have returned and really have crazy looking stack teams. Like Luxury's kind of been around, but I saw some of the old Goblin Boys and some of the other old teams, HSCO, like that I casted way back in the day are back, and there's just a lot of hype around all these teams coming back. It's exciting, really exciting.
Yeah, I remember that. Big Goblin Boys, of course, were one of your favourites. I think you gave them, we often say that we give people the caster's curse, but you gave them, I don't know, you gave them like some sort of magic that got them through a lot of that.
Oh, I sang the Goblin Boys song, absolutely. As impartial as I was trying to be, I was cheering because people don't realize how hard it is to do what they did against who they did it against, to be fair.
Yeah, there was a lot of teams in there. You had Simply, who were obviously in that PC lobby. I didn't used to do the PC lobbies back in the day. That's when it was still split up. So you had the mobile and the PC and that LATAM Cup that we ran for, like, what is it, like 4 seasons?
Yeah, I almost forgot that it was all split up like that back then, kind of like it is now. Like they've resplit it up. It'll be interesting to see what the competitive landscape looks like going forward for sure. It's just nice to see all these teams here getting ready for what the future looks like, and it's looking bright from my perspective. I'm very excited. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, well, we'll have you back
So
in
excited.
here. We'll do a 3-way. Just have you in here as well for the next game, so we'll have you from now till the end. Dryad in chat.
Feel free to start.
Okay, we're going to start up the third game. Let's just, whilst we get there, I keep hearing that third person's easier to rank up on. I may need to spend more time there, but I love FPP so much. Now, I'm sure you can still rank up there on the first person perspective. It's time to go over though. Encapsulars are in the sky. We are about to start our second game with Corrupted joining us.
I am so excited.
Gonzo and Scissor and Nash gonna have a repeat of that first game. Rivers or a Kurahi gonna come back and take over.
It's one of those games where, man, like I watched that previous game and there were so many points where so many of these teams could have just been out of the match, but they come back. There's just like a little bit, like Corrupty said, there's just a little bit of room there for everyone to kind of sneak their way back into this match, just as long as they have that survivability. So I don't know, man, like any team could win, and I mean it is a stacked up lobby where every single team in here is competitive, and I'm so hyped for that.
Definitely am. Corrupted.
Another big thing that I noticed. Another big thing that I noticed is that there's a lot more teams making it till the end game, so they're a little more lethargic on getting in a fight early game and a little more strategic, and just trying to get the shields up and push into the later game, because that last circle was stacked. There was like 10 or 12 teams going into that little circle, and they all tactically moved into there based on the action we saw.
Yeah, when you're slammed together like that, Aegeus managing to as well to just capitalize on keeping that building right until the end, stayed inside and no one could breach it. But we are about to start game number 2 with myself, ListerBungi, Joshua, and Corrupted604 joining us for this one. The flight path goes through the top of the map this time, guys.
You want to get some of these southern POIs, you're going to really have to stretch your drop or know the lay of the map. It is a little bit more of a southern planted map, so being able to slide down the hills can rotate quite quickly, as well as using some of the redeploy devices as well.
City centre, they've gone central, is going to be no mercy. Looking to wipe out. I don't think this was one of the registered squads, was it? This wire lineup with KM, but thank you for the cheers there, Rookie. 30 bits. You cheering for fact? You guys still there?
Oh
Yes,
man,
I'm here. It's just lagging really bad on my end.
sorry, I was just directing a couple things. Yeah, because Corrupty's having some issues. Corrupty, get off the VPN. I've got it sorted, don't worry.
Got you. We just see again, aren't they, in Skyline? And it's Omens and it's Ice Shades for the first time this season in third-person perspective. No trouble for him as he shreds through the opponents with his M4 assault rifle and grabs that loot for himself. And Omen's uncontested in this area at the moment. We can see from Skyline that they are near to the next zone pull, so nothing to worry about for themselves there. And this area is pretty much up for grabs for them. If we're looking at composition of teams, they were running a Quido. It looked like a Lucinda, who you're going to be able to play in this third-person mode, and they're running the Mayshell.
Got a really nice spread for the teams this time around.
Oh, he's back there. He is. It's nice. And Nori opting for the top, the north at the top. Got to have a nice peaceful one for them this time round.
Got a bit of a split here from Bloodlust there. still central map, but they've decided to play a little bit separate, I guess, trying to prioritize shield rotations and such.
We got Miwa. So this is the Wire lineup. Who came first on the season and shown exactly why. Just waited for Increase to come around the corner there.
Yeah, I think maybe the chasing after a player like that in a lobby like this is a little bit ambitious, especially when a player like that can just turn around and do exactly that.
It seems to be take heed of going down these little canyons. You don't want to be just hopping around like he was. He was like he was going for a picnic or something, but we're over to the mega factory.
Can't be picnicking over here. We got oh, it's Karai, and then we've got this stacked lineup of Chris Adeline and tracking here. They've got one player down. Elivote's gone down, and now you're going to see if Dan can manage to disengage or if Left Eye can pull off something spectacular.
Go over to Costa. Nextera with Wire. And pushing this with a Uragi they're fighting against. Out comes the ultimate. And able to shoot him down. It didn't do well for him, and now Increase.
It's not often you see a Quito ult get completely focused out like that. Definitely shows the strong utility of having that Eliminator shotgun there. Got so much damage, and I mean a lot more damage than a lot of the weapons seem to do to Quito. So maybe a potential counter that they found, or just potentially early game luck.
Yes, firing that thing right in his face. I see a lot more teams sort of get the hell out of the way when Quito comes around the corner like that. So we've gone to research facility now. I think you said this is where, yeah, we can see it on the map there. If you look at the top left, you can see that that's where they go to get the zone pull information. And Anori are going to push into zone and get that.
Yeah, definitely a good decision by them. 5 minutes of additional information where you just know. And everyone else doesn't.
Irene knows where the duck side is though. And Gozito is not on top. I think he's on the bottom.
Ooh, very low. Oh, Mailer's down to 1 HP there. Get the shield swap. No, oh,
no.
Does I think he got it just as he got taken out there. Even the game said he got it.
Yeah, it's still up. He's still blue.
Oh man. At least they're gonna get the res off, I imagine. Here we're seeing squad 2 here. They've found Big Daddy 69, and unfortunate for them, not surviving that one.
Not with everyone on there. Horseshoe. And get the airdrop there as well. Yeah.
That's so funny. That guy's gonna be watching the stream and be like, bro, just call me Horseshoe. That's so funny. Sorry, Horseshoe. Give us better advice if it's not that.
Yeah, I just call him as I see him, guys. I call him as I see him.
That's so funny.
Wire still pushing out Ali Resta and Shafi Roo. They hold him on the ridge. Going to push forwards with the Cypher tactical going off.
Oh,
getting out of there. That's the first time we've seen an escape on a Nimbus. Ali Resta didn't get the memo though there.
Yeah, I don't know. It can be really tough to get away, honestly, with that Nimbus there. It's you can shoot at the sky. It's a lot more you can move it a lot more easy now after the most recent hotfix, but it's still a bit difficult. We're gonna see Big Daddy 69 is back in this matchup here. Got his teammates back alive, but unfortunately Dan turns around the corner and gets one more kill to his tally. And now Karahi gonna try to stabilize a little bit here. I expect Dan to probably ult as they push up here if they try.
Yeah, just going to wait for Left Eye to make sure those heals are back off, and Dan's supplying the fire,
Oh, no.
but he isn't waiting from
Who's
behind by
behind?
Horseshoe!
Can't know what to expect when there's a Horseshoe around, and Aimbot also pulling something big off here. We got Psycho trying to push up there. Unfortunately, gonna managed to get taken down there. One thing I forgot about TPP is there's a whole roster of characters that get used that can't be in first person. We're seeing Yang, we saw some Lucinda, we saw some Sunil. I hadn't even considered the possibilities of that for this map. So we're gonna see a whole different slew of ideas coming up from players.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure no one in this lobby expected to see a Yong. I mean,
yeah, I saw that and I was like, wait, what? That was what made me confused. I was like, wait, why is there a Yang in here?
Psycho just repping him, just really must like it. But Garahi on the edge of zone here with teams underneath them. Oh, it's Horseshoe.
I just keep seeing Horseshoe down. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Everywhere.
Just cracks me up. We've got 10 squads left, 26 players left alive, so there's still a good majority of the teams with a good chunk of their roster left around. I'm guessing probably 8 full squads, maybe 2 solos or something along that.
There it is, and we take an aerial view of emergency center.
That was one of those solos. It's looking more likely that I was right. Let's take a look. Tab. Oh no, there's 2 duos. That's what it was. Ah, darn! I almost calculated it right there.
Nearly. We're about to see us squaring up for a fight as Omens rock up to the top of these buildings, but he's getting shredded there. Has to hop back, and Sairi just holding and making sure that Luxury can't push up on them, try and fend them back. Gets the shield back up. Snipes coming out for Ice Shade's head.
It's going to be interesting to see a lot of these players, like you said, Ice Shades and a couple other people probably not playing a whole lot of TPP. But I mean, there are obviously still some people who have been grinding it, been playing it a lot, just because it is, you know, what they've been familiar with up until this point. So I think they'll definitely have an advantage if you're one of those players.
Yeah, when we see the duo that got away, Shafiru on that Nimbus earlier, they're big disadvantage on shields for the moment and hiding out in this cave just behind Rated.
I wonder why we saw, because Shafiru was never on Adam before and Ali Resta wasn't on Resta. Used to be JD Sith, and then Shafiru was something else. I can't remember, but definitely not Adam. So it's interesting to see that they both changed clan tags, but still aren't together. You'd think that they were with how often they play together.
I know. I don't know what's going on there. It's just haven't quite made it yet. Adhira, welcome in. Hi. First time I think we see you in here. Rated. So Hoof's getting punished through the gap. Oof.
Scary spots to be right now. There's quite a few teams in this area, and I mean, you have to get to zone. I mean, and there's only a couple paths you can get out of emergency center with. So if you see a couple teams holding up on the top and trying to pressure those teams that have to do that, you know why. It's because of that exact reason.
Yeah, there we go. Wire. They've come in all guns blazing. They managed to get aimbot P, that is. And the Tweedos fight out against each other. Freedom goes down. A beautiful shot from him. They're going to fend them back and send them back in now. It's up to Miwa and Furious. And do it just.
Scary stuff. I gotta say, there's a lot of different POIs. I did not even know this was a part of NCS Voyager. Obviously, with it being a ship, it's got to have a captain's quarter. I wonder if there's additional loot or anything like that in there. I haven't really explored it enough to know.
Yeah, I haven't either. The one place that I do know, I think it's the... Actually, we'll wait for that because Luxury, Karahi, and Omens are in the same area. Karahi are just making Luxury's pushback a little bit harder as they move out of the angle for them, but they're just slinking along over to their side there, Josh.
Yeah, look at this map. There's only 2 teams on the right side of the zone. Everyone else has to play this left side of the zone, and they have to, still, a good chunk of them have to rotate north. Almost an impossible battle, so you're going to see a lot of these teams going down here. Horseshoe in the kill feed taking out Elivote, it seems, so Horseshoe definitely a big thorn in everyone's back. You don't really expect that for something so kind of blunt and metal like.
No, you don't. A way to do it. Ali Resta try to hold down Luxury's rotation around the edge of the zone. And he comes up against Aimbot. They're knocking him back though into the zone. That's gonna tick on him. And Rated have joined the fray as well. Nertin is gonna get knocked. And cast on. And Aimbot clean up. They're gonna get Nertin back up, but they're gonna have to move quickly because that zone is pushing in. I think that's Rated on top of them.
I want to make things fancy and I ruined everything. I'm sorry, guys. This is on me.
Check. You guys can hear me? I should be back
Can
here.
Hopefully that doesn't all come through on the stream there. That was awful. I'm sorry, guys. I griefed everything. I pressed buttons that I shouldn't have. It has to do all its stuff again. Hopefully that means we won't like crash at the end because it's got time to do this again.
Also spectate-handed, we can hear bombs and things going off.
We're back in it again. So sorry about that, guys.
Oh, it was what? No worries. It was Wire
Right
and
in.
Rated who were keeping
Uh-oh,
Luxury at
Luxury's
bay.
down.
Oh, they're down completely.
That zone ticking
Yeah,
super hard. I don't even think they realize they're still looking around. They're trying to find some damage on them. They're still shooting at the Buzzy, thinking, oh, maybe that's them.
Okay, I just realized that's a big spaceship. And yeah, that zone, if you get caught in a fight like that, especially with that many teams left trying to push into a small circle like this, and you're low on health after a big fight and you don't get out of that zone, it's a killer these days.
Most certainly is.
Good angle.
Bipolar, I will let you know on the... unless Josh knows it off the top of his head, because I know you used to the point scoring system.
My head's 15 and 12 is what my head's telling me.
Yeah, 15 and 12. It's all based off the old tournament system and how they used to run it for points there. But we are getting closer to that final zone. With
And
the
Wire
Nori
and
ones
Karagi
pushing.
here are kind of holding this other team out as they try to move their way through. They're actually going to get through, surprisingly. They just crossed right in front of two teams.
Omen's Eye Shades gets tagged as they try to make their rotation, and Karahi surge on top of them. Dan comes and knocks down Sairi, but Left Eye there with him as well. FaZe, it's Omen's just behind, but Dan gets knocked by his teammates, no less.
Yeah, big snipe shot goes down. Nori takes Dan down. It looks like Karari's going to get the res off, and Dan's back up, and he's going to try to get heals off here before he takes some more damage. And it looks like they've got somebody behind them. Omen's face is giving them grief here, Lister.
There, it's going to be easy work for them to take him down, but he gets into his ultimate. He's going to fight with everything he's got, but ultimately FaZe goes down, and that's Omen's out of the lobby for this one. 3 squads left. There's going to be Wire, Karahi, and Nori.
Yeah, kind of in a triangle here. I'm wondering how this is going to unfold. 3 of the top teams, Karahi being a newer team kind of on the scene, but I've been seeing big things from them. And if I'm not wrong, Dan was on one of these other teams before, was he not?
It was Nori that he was on. He's, for this season, going to be playing with Karahi. Not sure why, but we'll see if he's made the right decision here.
There's a lot of verticality on this map here. Different hills, different angles you're going to see these teams try to play from here. And right now, we're just waiting on the zone to start closing in. It's going to start pressuring them a little bit closer in. And I think that's when you're going to see some of these teams just decide. And at like the, just instantly, you're going to just see everything change. Elivo a little bit low. Not enough to cause that yet.
Not enough yet. They are going to...
Josh.
sort of rotate around, but Nori got the best of it at the moment, but Wire decide to come and be a thorn in their side.
Absolutely, as Nori here is just taking peeks, and I think Josh is right. The can opener is going to be the zone, but the zone.
Oh, it started already. Dan's taking out Miwa. And now we're going to have to see Nori here. They're playing it confidently, but they're playing it patiently, and that's super important at this point in the match. They've tried to clear the distance a little bit here using that Senil pad, but they were focused out a little bit. Zeroing lost a lot of HP, more than I think anyone probably expected there. It is the final 2 teams now.
They're going to have enough time to get the shields back up, and they turn their sights over to Karahi with wire out this. Karahi now, they've shifted positions with them in the high zone, but that zone is on their back. It's going to slam them together right now. It's just a game of hide and seek. Who's going to peek?
Contest of who can pop whose head with the heads popping out here, as we're going to get the replay thing here and try to get loaded back into the end game of those two fine teams facing off against each other.
Against the rocks as bombardment's coming down, but we're getting there pretty quickly.
I think it has to do something with the actual match ending, so I think the actual match just ended there. That's probably why, but definitely a little surprising when it happens. Especially when you're in the moment like that.
Yeah, just Paul is like being wrenched right out of it now, and I'm just looking at a still image. It's
Josh will get us back into there. In the meantime, stay tuned for a bit of an update, an announcement, and an update on something coming for the NA scene that's very similar to what you're watching today. We'll have an announcement coming up, so stay tuned.
And also, we'll be looking at what is going to be the mode for the third and final game, because Eyeshade's in there. I see your third person perspective feels so slow, and I had to change my sense, or maybe change them back. If you take a look to the top of the chat there, you'll see why.
Hopefully we'll get back in there soon. It is clearly trying its absolute darndest right now.
It's making me want to work on my breakdancing moves watching this. I'll tell you, to be honest.
Where's the end? Get me over there. Oh no, it didn't get me over there in time. P. Oh, I'm not fast enough, guys.
What team was that? Does that look like it was Karahi from the other side?
I'm guessing so. Yes, definitely. Left eye, because it was
left eye as the cipher.
It was a cipher. Oh gosh, that was. Sorry, guys. A little troll. I don't know if I don't think I can go back to it again, unfortunately, now. So, either way, I can at least do this, hopefully, this time. Yes, nice. Ideal. Okay, good. So this is how it's supposed to look, guys. 1 out of 19, not the 1 out of 0 like it was last time. But we're going to get to see the stats, get to see who won, get to see all that good stuff this time around. Obviously, Kurai coming out on first there. They got, 17 kills between their team there. Only one who was, like, definitely a lot of, like, not struggle in that match, but just doing their best to survive and making sure, I mean, adversity coming through that, just spectating for 3 minutes while your team's doing their best to survive is a lot for a team there. We see, obviously, in second place there, up until that point there, all alive there, but just, winning out in that final fight. Kurai must have pulled up something especially big there. We're going to continue to go through the rest of the teams. Don't want to take too long going into everyone there, but gosh, what a game.
It definitely was. You want to see Left Eye in chat. Fortnite player winning in third person perspective, say less.
Is that what he said? That's so funny. Oh man, I love that. That is comical.
And just a little bit of background on Karahi there. It's Ellie Resta and Left Eye being the two pro players in the team. They've chucked out Bobby 4. I've just realised the only player in their team that hasn't played competitively in an esports event. Is that why? Is that why Dan's on the team?
I doubt that. No, probably just for, they wanted to have, I'll be honest. If you're passing up on Dan...
Bobby 4 was away tough for today. Dan's just a sub. There he says.
That makes sense. I don't know. I would have a tough time passing up on playing with Dan. Dan's pretty spectacular when it comes to winning these matches, if I'm being honest.
It definitely is. Is that us done with the results there? Can I bring us back over? Okay then.
What's the old Polioli saying? There can get that map going.
Is saying that we got first person perspective. No surprises there from me, but everybody in chat there. first person perspective for that third and final map today. So Josh is going to get that started up right away.
84 votes. Oh man, everyone eager to get in this one.
I mean, I gotta say, I enjoyed the spiciness of having all the other characters back into the match. Was I not the only one that enjoyed seeing all those characters out of nowhere? Come on now.
All the Lucinders coming straight back in there, of course.
Of course. You know, I mean, in general, I mean, a lot of teams, you know, were very practiced with those characters. It makes sure, you know, it makes sense to bring those back out, especially if, you know, they're very strong still, you know, obviously. So excited.
Yeah, for me, it was the nostalgia of seeing just the old characters, Sunil and his little jump pad flying through the air with that speed boost and the guns going off at super speed. Like I just been there so many times, you know?
Yeah. And even a Young made an appearance. I don't know if Psycho's in chat. Why are you running as a Young? I don't know if he is, but it's an interesting choice. But that third.
I'm just like, my heart's just beating still from watching these matches. Like it is just intense to say the least.
You definitely can. Sleepy, we're just for competitive consistency. We're not letting anyone into the spectator other than Legend Scrims staff. So unfortunately, not Sleepy. Nothing against you. It's just that's the rules. Is the rules. Just to make sure we've got no one saying, "Hey up, Sleepy's in there," and he's saying stuff to his mates in Team X. So it's a no on that one, Sleepy.
Man, already 50 in. I love how just fast these lobbies just... Everyone just gets there. Everyone gets onto their teams. It's impressive, and it's honestly... Man, I'm so glad everyone's just enjoying the game right now, because it's so fun.
Yeah, that's what I was glad to actually just have it always ready, pre-registered. It was overflowing. We still got other players who unfortunately wanted to be but couldn't be in there tonight, but it's been great to see. It's what you want. I'll just put Legend Scrims in there, the chat again, just in case. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. If you're new in the chat and just tuning in, make sure you are definitely getting in the Discord to stay up to date on all of the Scrim announcements, as well as this show. There is multiple other hosts tonight, I believe at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 East, I think. One of our hosts, Soheezy, is hosting 3 Scrims as well. So if you're from NA and looking to get in the NA action, make sure you tune into that a little later on today.
Yeah, and that's in the Legend Scrims Discord that I just dropped in chat for you guys as well there. So make sure you get yourself in there for throughout the week. As Corrupted said, it's not just this. I've pinned that at the top of chat, so you can get yourself in there. But the third and final game for this evening is just filling up. It's asking you. That should be in a moment. Don't worry about that. I'm not sure. There's a password on this room, Josh, or no?
There typically is, yes. It's usually the good old classic.
Okay. And so it's going to be 6 1s there, Eye Shades. You'll be able to get yourself in. Let me know if you're having any trouble. You should be able to get in there now. The Good old classic. Yeah, the one that you can usually guess if someone's got a scrim room on. And you just put variations of that, don't you? If it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or something.
I mean, to be fair, back in the day, the room codes, the stock room code used to be 604, 604. Let's be honest. I mean, now it's not. It's on to being 11111. But that's just because we've expanded and have so many other wonderful hosts that are looking to host scrims for the audience out there to get into and be part of the action you're seeing today. Because this lobby is going to be absolutely stacked again. 3 of the most stacked lobbies since I've gotten back to seeing scrims happening, without a doubt, and it's exciting. It's super exciting to see all these teams. Wow.
Well, it's good to see as well that Anori are still, you know, they're very consistent, but they're not necessarily coming out on top every time, which I'm sure Anori are going to be happy with as well for the competition. And of course for you guys to have that competition, because let's be honest, sometimes if you are playing in ranked, and I see a lot of people saying, I don't know if I want to say this, but you know, ranked can sometimes make you worse. If there's bots there, you get a bit sloppy with your movement, you get a bit sloppy with your aim. So if you're looking to, you know, keep that level up, keep that bar up, and then get yourself into these lobbies.
Definitely. The competition level in a scrim like this is definitely a couple notches higher, and you got to be a lot more tactical, I'd say. But having played ranked since the global relaunch, I just want to say, in first person mode, ranked is no joke. When you get down to those end games, there's usually 2, 3, 4 really good teams, like a lot of the teams here, and you got to throw it down right or you get dumped every time. And it's just super refreshing that the user base has gotten back to where lobbies are starting to be like that, and you see the turnout as well with us and the scrims. It's exciting.
Yeah, we got Horseshoe running on his own in this one.
I wanted to add, and I couldn't, that you guys should be calling him the Golden Horseshoe, because I don't know if Horseshoe is just quite enough for the guy. The Golden Horseshoe. you know, I was howling when you guys brought up that I didn't know what to call him either, and I was thinking Golden Horseshoe, and then you guys kindly gave him the name Horseshoe. So it was good from that perspective. From my perspective, it was a good laugh.
It was. He earned the Golden Horseshoe, but I think, is that the Omega symbol? That's what he's going for, isn't it? Yeah, it's got the Omega symbol. I just called him the horseshoe. So that's what it is. So it's Omega. His name's Omega, I'm guessing then, if he's just got that there.
To be fair, I hope you don't mind, Omega, but I might be calling you Golden Horseshoe for the remainder of this match.
It's still, well, he's earned it. His own golden. So that room is up though. So that means we get over for the third and final time this evening. I'm sure Omega's gonna give us some highlight reel on this game, or he might be sitting in the stables a little bit, because he was, I think, solo on that one.
As well, so don't forget that.
Yep, special announcement
so
at the end of this, so stick around. It's to do with the NA. I know there's a few people in chat there asking about NA lobbies, so just after this game we'll let you know what that is.
Getting on in it though.
But the auto spectator started, and that means one thing: it's the third and final game. ListerBungi, Joshua, Corrupted 604. We jump into the third and final game.
I've never seen that globe of sky off in the distance before. Is that normally there?
I'm gonna say the magical rock in that globe looks appealing. I wonder if anybody's gonna try to land there. I've never seen that before either, to be fair.
Yeah, I might just be something spectator.
Another
knows,
new
right?
map.
Maybe we're
Is that a
getting leaked.
tease? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fly on over. Take a look.
And look who's in drilling platform again.
Testing each other off spawn. So it definitely seems like teams do have preferred landing spots. I think that's something that you'll get to see as the meta progresses, is the consistency, teams learning different strategies and how they want to play their early game. Starting off strong here with Karai here pushing in. They've got a Uragi player down.
And now, okay, we're in the Voyager now. We went to the crashed ship, and over here we're going to see clan tag. I forget the name. What's the...
Silver Esports.
It's Silver. It's this Silver Esports. So Silver Esports with Squad 13, and we haven't seen any of those players yet. Just trying to keep themselves separated away. So they're going to be on the south side of the map of this new zone pool as well.
Might be something to this Voyager. I haven't really checked this part of the map because the new map's so big, and I've played it a fair bit, so I'm gonna have to check this out after stream here a little bit. It seems like this is a spot that I might not have found yet that could be worth it.
Could be. Mega Factory is this still? Oh, they've chased down QT out of this area. Split up the rest of Squad 20. One going for the rat squeaky, I think they're called. Getting out of there on that giant cannon. And the other one still sat in the middle of the factory. Bipolar's in chat asking what he wins if he wins the entire thing.
There is a Discord role for players who perform consistently in our weekly scrim lobbies. It's going to be only during these specific scheduled ones, as well as any potential other plans that we have, which you might hear about in the future. We've got moved over to Rated E though.
Rated E. Oh, easy stuff. Making good use of this Watchman. Fires up the gorge. And trapping and just making sure that Glaive have got nowhere to run.
That robot just leads the charge for its team there. Cat almost getting taken out there, peeking out with the shoulder just a little bit too wide there. A little bit risky when you only got such a little HP, but right now, Easy fighting around his robot, trying to stay alive there. Bipolar playing close there as Duckside unfortunately going to get taken out.
They baited him out into the open, and that Watchman tower was not giving him any, and we've moved over to Wire.
Wire here with a big knock. We panned away there from Oeasy, but right before that, Left Eye and them were putting in a bit of work. I caught them a lot in the scrims. They didn't, however, have Dan with them, gentlemen. I noticed that they've added Dan, and they're looking really strong. They look strong in the scrims, but adding Dan to that little trio there, I want to watch them some more, because Dan could be the guy, couldn't he not?
Dan did actually come up the top of the individual player rankings in the beta season, and that was only from playing 2 scrims, to the chagrin of many of the players in the lobby corrupted. A lot of them were saying, why is Dan on the top? He's only played 2 scrims. Obviously it was about the averages, but that just goes to show, yep, Dan is the man.
Well, I was definitely naive to that fact, I have to confess, but I just noticed that their team with him on there was definitely looking like, oh, they could be a team to watch.
Yeah.
And it's looking that way so far. And a lot of these other teams, I'm going to have to brush up my team knowledge, because I don't know some of these teams, but I do know a lot of the ones that I've watched play with you guys casting them. So
you will surely remember Inno, who made a beautiful little play around the inside of that cave there to just cut off Rated, and now they've sent them on the run, poof, down to a sliver. Hopefully he gets that heal off. He doesn't. And Inno take down Cat, and that's Rated E out of the lobby, and Inno get that XP up. Hello, Pew.
Spot to be. You have Inno around you, and guess what? Those guys are just so quick, so clinical, and every single time you run into them, you're just gonna worry, how do I get escape? If you see it, one of your guys gets knocked, you see that, you just gotta worry, how am I gonna get out of here? But you saw it, it's hard. You can't even try.
He was on the back foot there. Not needing to get away from anyone at the moment is I'm Zen. Very peaceful looting for him then as well. Uncontested. Where's his teammates?
And again, looking at the map that you just showed there really quick, there's a lot of teams that are going to have to make their way towards that circle. And things are going to heat up here pretty soon based on what we just saw.
We actually just saw Inno. They just got a kill there, but they also got gifted. There was a drop coming in, and it landed right in front of them. So they're going to be very happy about that. And we've got Miwa here from Wire using that MK24 DMR to get some shots off into the distance. It's gotten a lot stronger in this patch here, so you're going to definitely see a lot more people running it now. If you have those Skullbreaker bullets, it is so strong.
I forgot about all those tactical things that have been added. Oh, no!
There we go. That's it. Action right there.
Miwa, Skull got crushed.
You forecasted and it will come.
Oh, it's so smooth. Oh man, just sliding on in all so quickly there. Nerton getting taken down. That's 2 players from Luxury out of this match. Aimbot, so it's just going to be, I believe, Caston is the last player left alive. Hopefully going to be able to get away, get some distance, because not what you want to see. And Freedom getting taken out there by Dan.
That means there's one member left of Wire somewhere, or did he got the whole team now?
I don't know, I think that was a Nox, so we'll have to take a look at the map. Furious still left alive in this one here.
He's going to make that mad dash. This is the scenarios I was talking about. The one guy's going to get out here, and he's going to do his best to get to one of those res opportunities that I talked about earlier. And if he can get that res off, they could be right back in it.
Looked like Karahi right on his tail, but as we move over to Omens again with a Happy Eye Shades. This is back in FPP. They got themselves 8 kills as well.
Yeah, there's currently 6 players knocked right now, so there's a potential for this lobby, as Corrupt you said, for there to be 32 people left alive if everyone gets back alive, or actually 33, sorry. And right now, they're just looking out. They're hopefully, I know every single person that's missing a person is looking for some opportunity to res them, but as you can see, there's a lot of different angles you can play in this map now. A lot of verticality.
And that MK24 DMR comes out again. Increase getting knocked, and now Inno sees their chance to hop on over. Using that Quido speed, using the Cypher to flip over, but they've left. Get that.
So you're asking earlier what I thought the meta was and what we thought the meta was. I think this could potentially be one of the top metas right now. Just the ability to get in with Quido, that have that ultimate there. Obviously, everyone's seen how powerful Cypher's relocator is now. Just the ability to get in there and get also back out is so strong. And then having that Mayshell scan and those base blasters is just so good there. And I think it almost makes up for that lack of mobility, because you can kind of target out with your team with that distance of the base blaster.
And Inno making sure that Fact don't stay in this. And again, that mad dash happens for one final player. You mentioned it, Corrupted. There's Team 20 just on zone, and they go looking again.
Omens here taking shots up top. This is another interesting spot that I've encountered coming to the map because of the height that it gives you and all the extra points. As we kind of see Karari here, Dan, Left Eye coming up here on Omens, and it looks like they're probably going to get jumped from behind, as well as having one player in the building.
It does look like they at least have some information. Maybe Kyrie there was keeping stock of the back there. Potentially I heard the zipline as they're coming up as well. But now it seems like Omens, they've decided that they're going to focus on committing to this fight there. They got to crack onto Left Eye, so that's how you want to start it. But we also see that, they found Glaive. Or no,
a new team, but Glaive, they didn't want to be found. Was it Glaive? No, 7ST.
No, it's 7TS. They have a different name than the actual name, but 7TS.
It's No Mercy.
Annoying
And No
here.
Mercy will be
right.
given. No Mercy by Inno. And they're out of this one as well.
Still, 10 teams still left alive. So we've only lost one full team at this point.
Welcome in, Bangi.
And we're coming down. It's crazy to have this many teams alive still, getting down to this zone and not pushing in. Look at the congestion that's going to happen here. So many good teams are going to have to fight it out here coming up like right now.
Yeah, I think this is one of those times where I think, if anything, you actually may, if you're lucky, see a bit of a dull in the action. I know a lot of teams are going to want to be trying to play for position. Inno, though, they've probably already decided on their position, and now they're using that to fight because they've got themselves a sponsor box to the side, and they don't want anyone to have to deal with that there. A respawn pod does get dropped into the match as well, so there's another opportunity for anyone who has got some knocked teammates to get them back up there. We see Horseshoe to the side of the map there. Only looking like to be just a solo right now, fighting with the storm. So not exactly where you want to be.
Oh, I thought we was about to lose him. Golden Horseshoe's health is back up as he sits at the back. We'll see if he's able to pull anything out in the final circles as Wire make their move onto Fact, causing them to get up into the building, into the stronghold.
And these buildings add so many more dimensions now because you can be inside of a building like this that has multiple layers, and a team coming into you, I think, isn't at a disadvantage rushing a team inside of a building.
You might also sometimes see multiple teams playing in the same building, just having that different floors between them. You know, especially in late games, you can have just that not wanting to fight the people right next to you just because it could cost you your life, and trying to play for the win. The time dominator going to be spawning though right now, so that means the zone pull will potentially be happening soon. Let's see where that one spawned. In the bottom left of the map, quite a few teams still around, so just about anyone's game who managed to pull that one out there. I know there's gonna be a lot of competition for this one here.
You've got Wire right next to it. They seem to be headed straight for it at the moment. It's gonna cause an upset if they do manage to get their hands on that time dominator. There it has. It's just popped right up. Neen's in the area,
Neen
throws it out the cube, and he's got it.
That's probably not completely expected on their side, but they could potentially pull the zone somewhere completely that benefits themselves, and if they do, they could maybe get a special res up. I don't know exactly what they might be planning, but there's rooms for a lot of options right now. We're seeing Wire, Inno, and FAKT all fighting real close right now. They're going to have to figure out where they want to go into zone because there is not a lot of real estate left at this point.
There isn't, and we can see that Neen trying to get back together, so we may see that time dominator come out on the north side of this map if they can last out Karahi, that is.
Oh, there it goes.
And now look where
So
everyone
all
else
these
is.
teams have to run. They have to get moving. The zone's going to be moving fast, and it's going to be ticking against them here. We're looking at Inno and Wire fighting on the edge, but man, you got to get moving. You can't be thinking about this too long. You got to make some decisions. This could cost you.
It's got to fight with Wire and trying to keep them in. Furious has managed to escape the grasp of them. And no, just staying still like a wall, but they have to move themselves. Furious has been pushed back into the zone, and it's ticking hard.
There's going to be no getting out of that where they are now. They're stuck here. They waited too long, like Josh says, in that zone, and the crossfire from the team that pinched them while they were fighting. The two teams up top were fighting each other there. They basically got stuck and looking like they're going to go down.
Glaive managed to... They stayed there too long, and Glaive have capitalized on it. They're at the rear side of the zone, and we've got FAKT fighting against Krabby and Exy. But Krabby's on his own, and Glaive are a full stack of 3.
That's one of those things you've got to be paying so much attention to where the zone is moving. And even Neen, who managed to actually pull the zone, not alive, didn't survive that full rotation. Just goes to show you can capitalize even as the team that doesn't use that time dominator.
And Neen sit at the top of the circle and look upon the devastation that they have brought. And will they go for the Thunderhound as well?
Nori, Glaive, and Karahi here all looking good.
So fun to see the Thunderhound being used in one of these matches here. Doesn't usually get a whole lot of utility in the regular matches, but obviously when the zone gets this small and you've got so many teams left alive, it does cause enough chaos where these teams have to be making sure that they're being mindful of it.
It's definitely separated Glaive and Karahi.
They've slightly split, but it's not a huge enough split where I think they're going to have too much issue. Karahi managing to get a kill there. We're down to 3 squads. It's going to be Glaive, Karahi, and I believe, yeah, Need actually still alive. What was I talking about? I guess they were so far off into the zone that I did not see them, but still actually left alive in this match.
Yeah, they were sat at the top. They just waited it out. They created chaos in the middle of the zone. Bellagate's just sheepishly looking up, doesn't know, looking left to right, and now a Storm Empress has entered the fray, blows up his teammates into the air, and he rushes backwards.
These
Better way to
thankfully
end
are a
it
little
with a tornado.
Oh, getting saved by this ledge here, not getting sent up in the sky. Bellgates is in the sky. The other two teams doing a good job to try to, avoid having to deal with that hurricane, but unfortunately they did end up fighting, and one goes down, team goes down, it's Neen. So now Kurai is gonna have to fight off Glaive as they approach.
Long lasting to fight. Bellgates gets a good angle on Dan. Shield down.
Oh! Did not connect onto left eye there, so low on the HP. Now he has to deal with not only the zone on his back, a team around him, but also that Zephy coming out and making his life just a little bit harder.
Bipolar shoots out the Cypher, makes his descent up. Karari still on the hill.
Left eye is down there, using that smoky, however, to cover his teammate on Elivote's side here. Great team play coming out, and now Glaive, they've done a good job of sticking together, making sure that no one's gone down. And if they have, oh man,
he throws down that Blaze Blaster to make sure it's gonna put a thorn in their side there. Glavely getting shredded by Elivote on the side. It brings them down to 2.
Oh.
And the server connection times out. But I think Karahi have got this one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case. But it is going to be exciting to see if they do manage to turn around on Glaive's side there. They do still have a chance. Obviously, it was a 2v3 situation. But man, gosh, these games have been so good today so far. It is a little bit of a shame that we have to deal with this here, but obviously I'm sure this is going to be very high priority on fixing. I know I saw also comments that they're also working on getting mobile spectator working as well, so expect that in a future patch there. Grange was doing some a bit of a Q&A in the official Discord yesterday, so worth checking out if you're looking for a little bit of updates on, kind of what people are planning and stuff like that for the what they're planning for the future there. Okay, let's hope this doesn't take too long, guys.
Get back to the Karahi, possibly the Karahi party bus. Will we see a Karahi party bus at the end or not is the real question.
That sort of seemed like we'll have to take a look. Oh man, these games
blood.
though.
They smelt blood there. Elivote was straight on it. He got that beam. He's like, right team.
Don't forget, guys. We do have an announcement afterwards, right after this match here. So make sure you're sticking around. Obviously, if you're in the match there, type, celebrate. Tell us how you enjoyed all these matches and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna get the last little bit here shortly, so you're not gonna be able to miss out on that one there. But yeah, unfortunately, we did disconnect at the end there. But make sure you're sticking around. We got that big announcement, and it's gonna be fun. It's a lot of big news for NA.
Yeah, if you're in NA, you want to stick around for it. Or if you just like Scrims and you still play in the NA server, you're going to want to stick around too. So,
yeah. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. If you got a Twitch Prime sub, I've heard those are free if you've got Twitch, if you've got Prime on Amazon. So use that for free on Lister's channel there as well, because it's always good to support the channel and all that kind of stuff in any way you guys can. We appreciate it as well. So. Don't forget to do all those good things.
You reminded me as well, Josh, if you are on the Twitch side and you do drop a sub, there's something in it for you as well. Not only we got these games that we're getting right back into, It was a Buzzy that got him back in, but you will get your own cast if you sub to the channel. But we're back in on this game, so I'm gonna let you guys speak on it.
Oh man, so yeah, see, it's just that good teamwork coming out there. Did see a lot of damage trading back here. I think if there was a chance for Glaive to potentially come out on top, obviously knowing a little bit into the future, it was when Left Eye was down there. But we're gonna have to take a chance to see who comes out on top here.
Here we go. We know what happens now. Glavely gets shredded, and here we are, Corrupted.
Pops over, Left Eye getting in shots. He gets the down. They push up.
There's not a whole lot you can do against a Quito as 3 people. I can't imagine having those big Quito arms running at you, and then also having the teammates on their side there as well. Just all around, just a doozy of a game.
Very enjoyable to see 2 Archon buddies coming out. No, 3 Archon buddies coming out in the final circle. Very fun.
I also realized they utilize the smoke buddy an awful lot. An awful lot of teams are definitely utilizing the smoke buddy. I hadn't seen it utilized that well, but a lot of we got to the later in the game there, I noticed that multiple teams were using them very effectively.
Yeah, we see Bangy in the chat there as well. One guy on the internet said these Pokemon feel like just throwable items. Now just look at that Tornado Butterfly Zone beta and the Lightning Pikachu changed the whole dynamics. That was some epic shit. So
I saw that exact same post on Reddit, and I was like, man, what do you mean? Like, there's so many things you can. There's the morph trick. There's so many. Like, they're not just grenades. And the thing that's crazier is that it's just gonna expand further as we get on in season. So there's just gonna be more options, more different ways that they can integrate on that. And who knows? We might see, buddies get retired, new ones come in. Like, there's so many different options and ways that they can adjust the meta. And honestly, it's so exciting to just get to see how everyone is like digesting this version of the game, different strategies coming out. And obviously, I mean, those 3 matches were so good. But like, I know everyone's just gonna get better as we round up as seasons progress, and we're gonna get in-game tournaments back hopefully soon, and all sorts of different things. So yeah, man, I am hyped, and I'm sure Corrupty is hyped for his announcement that's coming up here in a sec.
Yeah,
absolutely. So
are we good to go over, back right over, Josh? We've got what we need.
I've got all the scores. I went through them all there. So if not, we'll figure out some other way.
That means, Corrupty, that announcement, you ready?
I'm ready as I'm ever going to be, baby. So Legend Scrims is proud to announce that we're going to be bringing forward an NA scene very similar to what Josh and Lister are actually running right now. It is going to be 4 weeks starting in September. It'll start on September 2nd at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. East. And it'll continue to run after September 2nd on September 9th, 16th, and 23rd. The 23rd will be the 4th and final week of this set of 4. And if it goes good, there could possibly in the future be more. But the most exciting part of all that is that we will be bringing on another caster. Goes by the name That Guy Slim, and he is that guy, and he will be co-casting with me, as well as having some special caster guests that could be possibly announced in the future. So stay tuned for an actual flyer that'll be put out with the actual dates and stuff, so you can actually digest it, because I kind of didn't put that out as smooth as I wanted to. But exciting wise for the NA scene, we're going to essentially have the same thing that these guys have so graciously been doing for so long for EU, is going to be coming to the NA scene. And I hope y'all are as excited as I am to get to bring this to you.
There we can see as well, That Guy Slim is in the chat there. So if you don't already, you can click on his name right now, drop him a follow. Corrupty is on Kick as well, getting to the Legend Scrims. If as well. That's where all those announcements will be made in the future. And you can see, and Lefty's just asked to be a caster. We'll get back to you on that one, Left Eye.
Right? I'm hyped. I'm sure we can make something happen, but yeah, in general, that'd be quite cool. And we've actually already got to, if you guys are wondering how your teams scored, the team scores have already been completed on Nextera's side. We've got, obviously such a strong team right now in terms of like the staff team, the host team, and everything like that. But yeah, seeing how quickly Nextera gets all this stuff done is remarkable. Obviously, the player stats come a little bit later, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Lister could bring up that little graph or picture that was posted by Nextera. Nice, that's exciting. And with that information, we'll be able to tell you who did everything and did amazing.
Oh, has Nextera given us something in chat?
In Discord, actually.
Oh, okay, I can pull that up. Let's just grab it.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, nice and formatted. Looks really sick. I'll be honest. Man. Whew.
Big shout outs to Nextera on the quick fingers. I gotta say, shout out. Wow, that looked really nice.
Yeah, all in all, though, obviously, Karai coming out with 2 wins, gonna really help solidify their position there. It seems that they managed to get, I'm guessing, they got 75 points, so they must have got that means they've got 2 wins in a second place. So obviously, gonna be a huge reason why they are so above on the leaderboard. But we can also see Aegis 1-1. I mean, that's a team that I had not expected to come out, all guns blazing. But they've tied themselves for second place with that opening game there.
Yeah, there was that first there. That opening game was they just able to just completely capitalize on being able to stay in there and come out, take over Karahi, and poor Zymet there, who was in the solo just doing his best to skate around. Also another debut from Omens there as well. They got themselves into 4th, and I can see in chat Eyeshade saying that he'll take that based on how poorly you performed. So
yeah, in general, obviously, there's so much going on in any of these matches here. I mean, you can see Karahi a combined 51 kills, so it's not just about playing for placement, but obviously, those kills are going to also be a big contributing factor of why they were able to get those wins and that placement as well. But just in general, you can see kind of how the breakdown goes for the rest of the teams there. Every single team, they're out there fighting, trying their best there just as well. I mean, we got like Omens 23 kills there in 18. I mean, how can you be sad about your performance when you got the second most kills of the day on Omen's side? That's always got to be a great feeling.
Yes, I take that one away there, and welcome him there, Fadu. How you doing? I know it's got to be late for you, hasn't it? We're seeing you there, and then we've got Wire there in 5th, who, as I was saying at the beginning of this, in the beta season, they did take the top spot for ranks in that, so they're going to be looking to make a comeback on the next week. As we go down as well, we see Luxury, another one that's usually sort of on the top of theirs, and rated E. Inno making their comeback, and Bot Blasters, which is Blisco's team, down here in 9th. So they're going to be playing from NA, and these are on the EU, so the ping is something to factor in. And Kitsune at 10th.
If I'm being honest, if there's one thing I'm really excited about for this is kind of the content that potentially could come out of some of these matches. Obviously, a lot of the players playing this match have making different various forms of content and stuff like that. There, obviously, I know Eye Shades in there, Blisco, Left Eye recently put out a video of some highlights from one of the other days of Scrims that we were running as well. I don't know, it's just one of those things where seeing those highlights, seeing that little bit of the different point of views that we weren't watching and stuff like that, it's just so fun to see. I get to go back and just kind of relive these matches when I get to watch those videos. So always appreciate seeing those highlights, seeing feel like we always love seeing our our casting point of views in the videos as well. So just little thing to think about if you're making content. It's always very appreciated because man, seeing these matches, it should be seen by as many people as possible. So getting your eyes on them is so appreciated.
Yeah, we both got. I know a lot of those edits usually end up on like YouTube or TikTok and things, but ListerBungi and Legend Scrims on the TikTok as well. If you search us up and you want to tag us in there, we, like Josh said, I love to see them, especially if it's got the music over it and like people's put up like their best plays on it. I love seeing it. So if any of you want to put them together, we'll probably bring them up on stream as well and give you a little promo. So definitely do that. And you know as well, that actually did bring to my mind, I was thinking, if you're watching there as well, like, and Josh, just to be competitive, we could maybe count who took, if people took like a bit from mine or if they took a bit from yours, but I was thinking maybe that's making it a bit too competitive, and then just like it's a little caster.
Come on, guys, make sure to use my sick ass casting, guys. I pop off. Let's do this, guys. No, I'm just joking. Obviously, we're all putting it in. We're all putting in great effort here. We're all honestly quite top notch. But yeah, like I'll be honest, I love a little bit of competition. It always makes you strive for a little bit more greatness. And I mean, if there's competition, it's gonna be friendly competition at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, I love you.
Exactly, right?
I guess with that as well, I guess we should say that we will be back next week at the same time, because that is the 3 games up. But thanks for all the new follows and subs that have come in. I heard someone saying, I think it was Bangy actually, saying it seems like an official professional tournament. So yeah, thanks for that. We've been working at it, and now that the update's there to support it, we'll be here. So yeah, make sure you're here next week and at the same time. And if Josh, is there anything else you wanted to? And Corrupted?
Yeah, just one other slight, not really even a slight announcement, just another kind of big announcement, just is that we did also recently partner with Bloodlust. If you're a mobile player and you're looking for some action, you're looking for somewhere to play, we're going to be getting some scheduled scrims running through Bloodlust, and we're going to have them also helping hosting open scrims, inviting some of their players to our lobbies as well. So just a little bit more people, make sure that lobbies are a little bit more stacked, and it's great to be partnered with them. They've been around for a long time and doing a lot of things. So just want to thank them and make sure that they know that they're appreciated, because it is great to partner with them.
Yeah, and I'll just drop the link again in chat for you guys. If you're not already in the Discord server, get yourself in there. That's where you'll be able to find all these scrims that are going on. And Corrupted, any final words from you?
Just a big thank you to every single gunner shooter out there that came out today and got into these scrims. A big shout out to you, a shout out to the community, and I'm looking forward to what the game has to offer now that we have a playable version of it to work with. Big shout outs to that.
It's good to have you back on the desk, and as we said earlier, that is all coming up. But for now, it's goodbye from all of us here. Until the next time, we'll see you then.